What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I want to thank everybody for being here and for helping me hit 56,000 subscribers. That's absolutely insane. If you're new to the channel, make sure, first of all, you're hitting the subscribe button, turning on notifications, doing everything you have to do to stay updated with the channel because we are on the road to 100,000 subscribers. My goal is to hit it by the end of the summer, and so far we're on track to do that, so I appreciate all of you guys again. This is a really special video, so I want to get right into it and start breaking it down. Everybody here has heard of Mr. Beast. He's YouTube's golden boy, and he's pretty much taken over the entire YouTube game within the last 2 years. He's pretty much dominating every single part of YouTube right now, and I want to break down his entire rise to the top. This includes his early life, him starting his YouTube career, how he found his rise to fame on YouTube, his subscribers across all of his different channels, how much money he makes off of all of his different videos, and how he spends that money in his entrepreneurial ventures. And make sure you stick around to the end of the video because the amount of money this guy's making off of just YouTube alone is absolutely absurd. Well, let's get right into it. He started his YouTube career back in 2012 when he was just 14 years old, and Jimmy Donaldson, or Mr. Beast, started making Minecraft videos on YouTube. If you go all the way back to his very first YouTube video, right now it's sitting at 11 million views. But he said in an interview one time when he posted the video, he went to bed and got up the next morning and the video was at 20,000 views. Now, it doesn't matter if this was back then or now, that's still a lot of views for a very first YouTube video. He had a series of different Minecraft and gaming videos he would make, but it wasn't enough to make a full-time living off of, or even a good living for a college kid. When he turned 15, he started to make more vlog-style videos, and he said that he got bullied for making them, so he went through and deleted almost all of them from that time. Fast forward to 2014, and he's at 50,000 channel views, and he started making a bunch of different videos about other YouTubers like PewDiePie, like a weird amount of videos of PewDiePie, and how much money he makes, and kind of breaking down his entire life. He never really even put his face in his YouTube videos until around 2016. And then in August of 2017, he finally got his first big break on YouTube. He began to post more interactive YouTube videos in 2017, like mailing himself across the country and microwaving a microwave in a microwave. His big break came in August of 2017, where he posted a video that was 17 hours long of him saying Logan Paul's name 100,000 times. And it got so many views overnight that Logan Paul reacted to the video the next day, and it completely exploded his channel from there. That video helped him get past the 1 million subscriber mark and helped him to kind of grow into the Mr. Beast we know today. But was he always this way? In another interview, Mr. Beast said he always hated school growing up, and he would always fight with his parents about having to go to school and doing school work. He didn't get the best grade in school, but he ended up graduating from Greenville Christian Academy in 2016. He didn't want to go to college, but his mom convinced him to go to East Carolina University, and he shortly dropped out after in 2016. What's cool about this story, though, is he never really went to class, and this was because he was making videos, and he would skip class and edit videos in his car. He wasn't making very much money at all in the very beginning, but he knew that it was what he wanted to do, so he continuously kept working on it every single day. Over time, he started to make more money on it and reinvested all the money he was making to get better equipment. I think that there's certain characteristics that every successful person embodies, and one of them is choosing to be happy or do what makes them feel purposeful over kind of going across that traditional pathway that seems to be painted for them. And when people decide to make this leap of faith within their life, it's when they realize that we're not tested to show our weaknesses, but rather discover our strengths. I think this really outlines that success isn't the key to happiness. Happiness is more the key to success. If you love what you're doing, success is going to follow no matter what. Now let's break down Mr. Beast subscribers across all of his channels. So he has 6 main channels across his board with 11 total. And his first channel, Mr. Beast, is sitting at 95.6 million subscribers. His next channel is his Mr. Beast philanthropy page with 8.4 million subscribers, where he just does acts of kindness and serves the community. He then has a gaming channel of 27.2 million subscribers, where he literally just plays video games with his friends. And then he has a reaction channel with 17.3 million subscribers, where he just reacts to different viral videos and has 17 million subscribers for that. He then has a YouTube Shorts channel with 13.3 million subscribers on it, where he just kind of breaks down his long videos into chopped up short videos. And then he has Mr. Beast 2 with 6 million subscribers, where he just kind of vlogs and talks more about his life. This is where Jimmy is insane, though, and where he kind of sets himself apart from the rest of the pack. I did some digging and I saw that he wanted to spread his channels across the world, so he started making different language versions for his channels. And that's not just for his main accounts, he made different language dubs for both his reaction and his gaming channels across the entire board. So he added a Spanish, Russian, Portuguese, French, and Hindi channel for both of these categories, and it brought him an additional 41 million subscribers. This totals him at 209 million subscribers across all of his 11 channels, which is absolutely ridiculous. Now the big breakdown is how much does all of that pay him? So the exact estimate's hard to figure out because each creator's CPM is different, or cost per mile, which is how much the advertiser is willing to pay on each one of the creator's videos that their ad pops up on. For MrBeast, I'm going to use around the estimation average, which is $5,000 per million views, but at the same time, this could be higher than what the estimation is, so keep that in mind. On his main channel alone, Jimmy's brought in 15.8 billion views since 2012. Now across his other 5 main channels, he brought in an additional 24.1 billion views. And I added up all of his voice to dub channels for the different languages, and that brought him an additional 3.6 billion views. And across all of his channels together, that brings him a total of 27.7 billion views. And again, with the industry average of YouTube paying around $5,000 for a million views, this means that Jimmy's made $139 million just off of YouTube views alone. And again, this is before all the taxes, the tons of people he pays to make all of his videos amazing, all the money he gives out, and the cost of each set per video. But this also doesn't include any brand deals, sponsorships, or his additional business ventures. And at the same time, MrBeast says he spends an average of $1 million on each video, and his Squid Game recreation video was his most expensive video ever, totaling around $3.5 million just to make the set. So maybe that's why he doesn't really show himself living an extravagant lifestyle, because he's putting it all back into his business. But props to him, he seems like a really humble guy for all the money he seems to be making. And another thing that's cool about Jimmy is he's not just a creator, he's kind of turning himself into a serial entrepreneur now. He said that in a bunch of different interviews, he wants to be more like Elon Musk in his business ventures, and he said a dream collaboration for him would be to be able to make a video with Elon Musk on his channel. So now let's break down all of his different business ventures that he's doing. His first one is his merch store, which is pulling a ton of money. He's a ridiculous merch store ranging from backpacks, posters, hoodies, all sorts of different clothing, and even phone cases. It's estimated he makes around $4 million per month off his merch store alone. And he also sold Squid Game hoodies for his Squid Game recreation video that ended up being his most viewed YouTube video of over 251 million views. He sold his sweatshirts for around $60, and estimating he sold around 100,000 of them, that means that he would have brought in around $6 million alone from these sweatshirt sales. He then has his MrBeast fast food chain, which he opened his first store November 10th, 2020 in Wilson, North Carolina. He's now grown to over 600 restaurants across the United States, and he's in 45 states, including Washington, D.C. Apparently the food's pretty good too, and he has a different assortment of burgers, fries, and shakes. It's estimated that he's making around $2.7 million from his MrBeast burgers per month, which means he's bringing in over $32 million per year from his MrBeast burgers. And what's even crazier is he has no real restaurants. They're all ghost kitchens, which means that you can only order them through different delivery apps, and he partners with other restaurants that make the food for him and give them out to these delivery companies. That's actually an insane idea, and I didn't even know that was possible. Now, the next thing he created was his own chocolate bar, and he's calling it MrBeast Feastables. He even bought an island, and he's building a Willy Wonka recreation of the entire factory on this island for a video. He's even putting golden tickets within these chocolate bars, and the people who find them are going to be able to compete on his channel for his official MrBeast Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory. He also ran a 10-minute free giveaway on Twitter where he gave away his MrBeast Feastables chocolate, and he lost $1.3 million in 10 minutes because he was giving out so much of his chocolate bars. But he's selling 18 packs of his chocolate bars for around $50, so that means he'd only need to sell around 26,000 boxes to make that money back. In addition to that, he's sold around $10 million in sales since he opened the chocolate business in January. Now, his final business venture that I'm really excited about is a financial and venture capitalist fund that he opened up. He launched this venture capital fund in 2019 called Night Media with a bunch of other famous YouTubers like ZHC and Matt Stoney. He says he wants to use the funds to spend it on the next generation of creators because a lot more creators are transitioning to the entrepreneurial space. Now, I want to transition to what he really spends his money on. The short answer is nothing materialistic because he reinvests all of his money back into his videos, and you can see that with all the free stuff he gives out to people. So in addition to spending millions of dollars to make each episode, he's also giving out millions of dollars to people each episode. I think that's the craziest part. He doesn't really buy anything for himself. Now, my opinion on this is MrBeast is the epitome of the opportunity that the creator economy presents to each and every person. We're transitioning to a digital world, and all the early adopters are going to be the ones that are rewarded the highest. Now, not every person is going to be able to be MrBeast. That's not what I'm saying. It's all going to come with dedication, hard work, and be able to innovate yourself and the videos you make. My philosophy is to work like there's someone out there trying to take it all away from you. Just put your head down and go to work. Skip it on that party and learn different ways to elevate your mind and make money. Journal out all of your experiences and your goals, set them and achieve them. And finally, everything comes down to how hard you're willing to work and what you're willing to sacrifice to get there. This is my last piece of advice I'm going to give for this video. Think if I gave you $86,000 every single day that you got to spend, but whatever you didn't spend got reset and you lost all that money for the day. What would you do? You'd spend every single second of the day trying to figure out how to spend every last cent of that money. Now you get 86,000 seconds in a day. Why would you not want to spend all that time doing what makes you happy and seizing every potential opportunity that could change your life? I want every single person watching this video to seize every opportunity like Mr. Beast did, and I hope to be an inspiration to you guys one day as well. Make sure to check out the Discord in my bio because I want to talk about all my experiences and try and help you guys any way I can. It's not going to be free for much longer, so make sure to get in now. And thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, turn on notifications, do whatever you have to do to stay updated with the channel because we're on the road to 100,000 subscribers.